Hey everyone, Patrick here with Growing Life, and I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do with this channel recently. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm into farming and permaculture, but that's not exactly what I made this channel about. And so I felt a little stuck, a little in the box. We're still in the van, but we're parked at my mom's property, where I happened to put in an awesome permaculture landscape last year, and where I've been doing a lot more homesteading style farming. And this is what I want to be sharing about right now, because I love educating, I love permaculture, and I'm really passionate about sustainability, and I really want to bring all of those things together. But I don't feel like it's the best way to deliver information, just kind of telling you what something is, running through a script. And I want this to be enjoyable as well. So I'm gonna take you on a little vlog. Right now, it's time to let the chickens out. After much anticipation, we finally got chickens 2 weeks ago. And we had chickens on the farm that Olivia and I worked at, but I've been so antsy to get them here. And we finally did. I finished making their extended run a couple days ago, but we're still transitioning to letting them have that space. So right now, they only get to go out in the evenings, and then I have to coax them back in with food in the afternoon. Chickens do best. Today was gonna be mulch day. I'm thinking it's gonna be figure out how to keep the chickens off the roof and in their run time. They figured out how to get yesterday and started munching in the garden. Let's see what we have. We have some bamboo stakes that I was thinking of tying up and essentially making what appears to be a fence for them, even though it'll just be bamboo stakes and twine here. Let's see how this goes. Did you hear they got out yesterday?
Yeah, Mom said something like that.
Yeah. So the second I let them out, they started hopping up here.
Oh yeah, when I gave the eggshell to them this morning.
Did they hop
after
up
I
here?
closed the thing, one of them hopped onto this and tried, because
Yeah.
it was closed, but kept trying to.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make a fence, or what looks like a fence for them. Okay, you go out. Don't think about coming this way. Go outside. Go outside. Go explore. There you go. There you go. Zach, are you enjoying having chickens?
We have 2 egg cartons that are always full.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd.
And it's a lot more exciting when the eggs are from our chickens.
They're always fresh too.
Yeah. Best tool I've ever gotten. Mini Leatherman. Clearly not helping yet. So there you have it. I'm not too worried about them getting much higher than this, because if they're getting over the fence, they're getting over whatever I just did. But in the meantime, it's popcorn time. So chickens can eat pretty much anything that humans can, aside from our processed foods and our super sweet and salty foods. So this popcorn, super fresh. It doesn't have too much salt or sugar or anything like that. Hence, a great snack and lots of fun. Makes for happy chickens. And let's see if we can get them back into the coop this way. Not there.
Popcorn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, no. Do you think I hand feed them?
I think so.
Or they bite my finger?
No. Can I help her? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get out to get that one. No, there's no way.
Go.
Okay.
Sweet.
Blood system. Excuse you. Thank you for your help, love.
Welcome.
Success. So, the chickens can no longer get out, but we still have one more thing to do. I got 2 eggs from them this morning, but they should be laying a bit more than that. They used to lay right after breakfast, but I've started giving them fermented feed, and I've started feeding them more later in the day. And it seems that they've been laying a little more later as well. Part of that could be that it's starting to warm up here, so they might be laying later in the day. The other day it hit about 94, I believe, Fahrenheit, though tonight it could get as low as 35. But regardless, we still need to see if there's any more eggs today. So let's get in here. And there we are. I have a friend checking us out. And lock this back up for the night. All right, everyone nice and happy in there. Cool. Let's get these eggs away. Now, some of you might be asking, what in the world is fermented feed? And that is a great question. In fact, let's sit down and talk about it. Alright, so what is fermented feed? Well, it's one way that you can make your feed last longer, go further, and therefore you need to feed your chickens less. Feed is usually a mixture of grains, and when it's just given dry, the chickens can't access all of the available nutrients. Now, there are a few different ways to get more nutrients out of the feed, and therefore get more for your money when you're feeding your chickens. One of these methods is soaking the grain, and what that does is it essentially softens the grain and helps release, breaks the dormancy, which helps release more nutrients. Another method is sprouting the grain, which is even better, releases more nutrients. But a third method is fermentation, and this in particular is lactic acid fermentation. It's different from the fermentation that goes into alcohols like beer. Now, I get my grain from Scratch and Peck, and they're a great company, high quality organic grain feeds that aren't in pellets, so it makes it easier to ferment and give to your chickens and helps them be able to pick out what they're wanting at any given moment. Now, lactic acid bacteria helps make feed easier to digest, and straight from Scratch and Peck's website, studies show fermented feed has increased levels of vitamin B, C, and K along with increased protein. And higher digestible protein means you can have increased egg production as well. So that means more available nutrients for your chickens, Less feed, therefore less money it's costing you, and more eggs. I think that's a great combination. Now, chickens like to have more than just grain. I like to think of it as grains, greens, and grubs. So they're getting their fermented grain, but they're also getting all of our food scraps, along with any garden scraps, like all of this extra chard, mustard, and bolting lettuce. And they have their free-range area where they can scratch and peck for different grubs, bugs, frogs, mice, and all sorts of fun things. Now that makes for happy, healthy chickens, healthy eggs, and happy humans too. Let's get these away. Check that out. 6 chickens, we got 5 eggs today. That's the most we've gotten. Super excited, and with that, it's time for dinner. I hope you all have a great day. See you next time. That is what chickens want to be doing.